Good morning and welcome to this week's Jukebox Judgement. Well, this week's edition comes to you from, well, the artists are from Bangkok. We are all coming to you from all over the world. And I think we've got just about every corner of the globe represented by our fabulous judges here this morning. So if I can just go through the judges with you, we have Steve Lillywhite coming in from Indonesia, from Bali. We have Phill Brown coming in from Essex in the UK. We have Roy Hay, who is also coming in from the UK, but is representing the USA part of the world. We have Steve James coming in from Australia, Australasia, Brisbane. And we have Luc Mornay coming in from Brussels in Europe. Good morning, guys. Steve, how's your week been? James, that is.
Good morning.
Yes, I'm joking. It's Lillywhite.
Oh, sorry. Oh, right. Me. I'm fine. I'm good. I have my son here with me, which is Louis is here. So we've just been chilling and, yes, doing sort of father-son things.
I love that. Good morning to wonderful Louis. And
Yes.
Phill Brown, good morning to you, Phill. How are you doing?
Yeah, no, I'm doing well. And I'm coming in from Sussex, not Essex.
I knew that.
No, I'm doing very well. It's late at night. It's quite warm. So looking forward to some stuff, some music to keep me awake.
Oh, good. Yes, of course. That's another thing, listeners. We're crossing all sorts of time zones. Thank you for that, Phill Brown. And Steve James.
Good day, as they say. Yes, it's a lovely day here, as usual. Fortunately, the sun's not out because it was getting very hot before, but it's lovely to be here and I'm looking forward to hearing some lovely tunes.
Well, aren't we all, darling? Good morning to Luc Mornay. Hi, Luc.
Hey, Don, how are you?
I'm good. I want to know how you are.
Oh, I'm good. The sun is rising here, which is funny, and for some reason, and no, it's all good. I mean, no, nothing,
You're not
nothing
used to
special.
the
It's all
sunlight.
good.
You vampire, you. Great to have you as part of the team
Thank
again
you.
today. Thank you, Luc. And Roy Hay. Good morning, Roy.
Hello, Dawn. How are you?
I'm really good, thanks, Roy. Now, this is your first foray into Jukebox Judgement.
It is, yes. You seduced me into it.
Come on, at least play a slightly harder to get.
You know what? I'm very impressed by the lineup. There's too many legends here to talk about. So many amazing records have come out of these gentlemen, and I'm somewhat we are not worthy sitting in the corner here with Mr. Phill Brown and
Well, I have to disagree.
It's fantastic.
I have to disagree with you that you're not worthy. Yes, you are sitting among legends, but you are also one. So let's move forward with everything to do with this fab show that we have today. So the artists today all are artists from Thailand. And there, in fact, later this month, there is it's in January, I believe, end of January, Bangkok Music City 2026. And for those of you who aren't aware, we at Jukebox Judgement, the New Dawn.fm partnered with the Axion Festival that was held in Bali for the Southeast Asia. Now have all of these. What is going on? My sound is changing and we don't want that. Hopefully it will come back again shortly. Can you all still hear me?
We
That's
can.
good.
That's good, because Zoom and other companies seem to go into automatic AI mode. Anyway, right, so we are going to move forward with our 11 artists that we have today, and we need to fit all this into the next 2 hours. The first of our artists is called Yon Lapper. So let's have a listen to the track, and then I will go back over to talk about a little bit about the artists themselves.
Can't hear you, Dawn. We can't.
Sorry. The band are called Jon Lapper, and the song is called Saltburn. Jon Lapper is an indie pop band from Chiang Mai in Thailand. They formed in 2019, and the band likes to draw inspiration from dream pop and psychedelia, blending those influences into their own sound. Steve Lillywhite, would you like to go first, please?
Well, I thought that was a very succinct description of themselves. Yes, indie pop into their own sound. And it has that classic chorus, verse, solo, chorus. I mean, I don't know the structure. It's so crazy when you listen to people from different cultures, how they structure their songs, and it was very, we're so used in the West, we're so used to certain ways songs are structured. And in other countries, they have a different way of structuring their songs. So it was a little difficult for me to work out which was which bit. And I found that attractive. I found that very good. What I especially liked, I loved that guitar. I thought the guitar riff, sometimes it's easier to write a good melody than it is to write a catchy guitar hook that is different. And that was really good. As I say, for the West, we would maybe want to structure the song differently, but I think it was pretty catchy. And it had that dreamlike quality of those sort of 90s girl singer emo type bands. I think it was good. I thought it was good. And one of those songs I'd need to hear again, but well done.
Okay. Thank you very much for that, Steve. And Phill Brown.
Yeah, when it started out, I thought it was the overall sound was a bit washy, and kind of the reverb effects, the EQ things on her voice, also quite overdone. But as the track progressed, I just found myself becoming quite enchanted with the track. So yeah, I like Steve. I mean, there's not really an obvious hook, but I did find that it was incredibly enjoyable, and I would definitely like to hear it again.
The hook tended really to be the guitar riff, didn't it?
Yeah.
That kept going round and round. Now you mentioned reverb. I'll go on to maybe Steve James next on the reverb. Did any of you feel that the reverb could have let up a little at any point? Steve James.
Oh, I thought I thought the mood was excellent. I agree with Steve about the arrangement, but he came up with a good point that it is different. It's not a Western, in inverted commas, approach to the arrangement of the song. And I'd like to hear it again. I thought the vocal could have been a bit louder generally. And I agree with Phill. I just thought the mix was a bit thick. Very dense. It was quite a dense mix, but I like the chord structure. Turn the vocal up, and I sort of got the New Order bass sound. I thought was lovely. It was nice to hear that again. I thought that was really good. I'd like to hear it again as well. I agree. I think it was good, really good.
Okay, well, I will drop it into all of your inboxes. Thank you very much for that, Steve James. Luke Mornay.
Yeah, I loved it too. It felt like, let's say, I love the textures. It sounded great. Maybe in the chorus, like the guy said, the voice was a bit buried with all the sounds, so that was the main thing. But it felt like a harder version of Empire of the Sun. Really like the way it was moving through. The feeling was great. So congratulations! It was a really good start for the show, I felt.
Thank you very much for that, Luke Mornay. Roy Hay.
Yeah, Steve nicked my line there. I was going to say it had a New Order-y vibe. It sort of had a New Order meets garbage vibe to me. It was that sort of floaty vocals with that bass and guitar. Actually, quite well produced, I thought. Unfortunately, I'm listening on my iPad speaker, and I hate doing that. I'm not in. If I was at home, I'd sort of would hope through my ATCs and be able to hear the bass a bit better. So I couldn't really hear the quality of the overall recording, but I'm sure it was good. Yeah, surprising, actually. Not what I was expecting at all. I was expecting to sort of be playing sort of, I don't know, more modern. It had a very retro sound to it, didn't it? It was very retro-y, sort of 90s, or sort of 1991 sound, I would say. Sort of a hangover from the 80s with a little bit of 90s vibe in there. So that's either coming back or they're 40 years behind.
Well, it's a sound, to be honest, that we have come across quite a few times on Jukebox Judgement from young bands. So I'm guessing it's one of those.
No, I'm sure it's
comeback
my
retro
design.
thing.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much, Roy Hay. So that was Jon Lapper. Now, Roy, by the way, by the end of the show, we vote for who we feel is the best, and one band or artist
So I should be writing
wins.
this down then.
Yeah, oh, definitely, absolutely, definitely.
Okay. No, tell me these things, Dawn.
Well, sorry, I thought I
I'm not
did
even
the
gonna
first
ask how
time
you
I
spell
spoke.
Jon Lapper.
I think I did the first time I spoke to you. Anyway,
Oh, okay.
and so the song was Saltburn, and the artists were
Nothing to do with the movie.
Jon Lapper. I've no idea.
Saltburn last year. It was quite good, actually.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's move on to the second artist that we have here. The second artist are a band called Doorplant. It's one word, Doorplant. And the song is called Nasty Star. How unusual. Well, let's go to Phill Brown first. So that was Doorplant with Nasty Star. But let me just give you a little rundown about Door Plant. They are an alternative band from Thailand formed by a group of university friends who started making music together in 2019. And 2019 was obviously a magical year. After releasing 2 indie albums, they are now signed with Sony Music Thailand with new singles I'm Gonna Break Down Again and Nasty Star. And they are looking for coverage in the rest of the world. So, Phill Brown, what did you make of that track?
Well, it was like a little mini opera, a rock opera, and I loved it. I mean, you know, there were so many things about the mix that I thought were really bizarre and wouldn't be things I would do, but overall it seemed to work. I mean, I was kind of loving it by halfway through. So yeah, I really enjoyed it.
It was a pleasure, wasn't it? It kept your interest peaked the entire time.
Quite unique. The overall sound, it's very different.
Thank you very much, Phill Brown. Roy Hay.
Wow, that was like indie prog. It was fantastic. There were 3-4 bars in there. Tempo changes. I thought I was listening to Yes that had come into the 90s. It was fantastic. Very unusual. I don't think I've ever heard anything quite like that. I must be honest. It was. I don't remember the song at all, but I remember me and Steve when they threw that 3-4 bar in at the end of the part there. I was like, what just happened? It completely threw me. Yeah, that was a trip. I mean, they're good musicians. Did they play that to a click? Did they program the tempo changes on the click, or are they just feeling that? It's interesting, isn't it?
Well,
Yeah.
these are things no doubt they'll email me about, and I can pass.
It was like a mini Gates of Delirium.
Yeah, a lot of clever editing, I think.
Oh,
Yes.
yes, probably. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Roy Hay. Luc Mornay.
Yeah, it was quite surprising. I mean, some choices were a bit weird, but at the end, it's working as a whole. You know, I mean, it's they're playing with your expectations because you were expecting something. So I mean, the fact that it's changing, it's grabbing your interest. So maybe that was the point on that. I wouldn't have done that, to be honest, but generally speaking, it was working. So the hook was great. I loved you feel that the band knows what they're doing. You know, they're a great musician as well. But yeah, it's really surprising.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Luc Mornay. Steve James.
I loved that. Thought it was great. Thought the timing changes were really, I was going, oh God, there's another one, you know, and I thought that was fantastic, actually. I thought the mix was great as well. Nicely produced. Sid Barrett would have loved it. It had that vibe to it, didn't it? I thought it did anyway. All those little tinkly things, you know, all that stuff. I thought that was really good. What we're hearing so far from Thailand is really quite exciting. Well done.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for that, Steve James. Steve Lillywhite.
Yeah, well, I would add to indie prog, I would add surf indie prog, because there was a couple of bits where it was pure surf music as well. I mean, it was fantastic. It was so interesting. And you know, time is relevant, and that did not seem long, that track. In fact, neither of those 2 tracks seemed long. And I don't know how long it was, but it kept your interest all the way along. And again, it's one of those songs you want to hear again. So that's really all you want the first listen to do. You know, that's what the first listen is supposed to do for you. It's supposed to hook you in and make you go, that's interesting, you know, and want to hear it again. So, you know, it was funny. Was it when it comes to click tracks, it's like both the joy and the devil, you know.
Yes.
And because, you know, with a click track, you always get a 7 out of 10. But I've always said a real man would do it without a click track. And then you had the possibilities of a 10 out of 10. And maybe that was done. I don't know how they did it, but it was
It could have
great.
been.
And
without
the
a
fact
click
is,
track.
yeah, it was a band. And a band will play it like that. And that's great, you know, that so many records, even if they're done by a band, are started with, what's the first thing? Let's get a tempo. And you just stick to that one tempo rather than just playing as musicians to see what happens. That's the wonder of experimentation is much more now with sound rather than with communication between people. And I think that's what the wonder of music used to be. It was the communication between people. Now the wonder of music is what sound can we get? Sometimes the sound is of less importance than the wonder of communication. And these people have communication. It's great.
I was just going to say that, Steve. I believe that that Door Plant have communication because they have managed to get themselves signed up by Sony, firstly, in Indonesia. But secondly, they are also a gigging band. And to be able to pull that off live is slightly different, even if there's well, you still need to communicate, even if you've got a click track on the go. Steve, you look like you've got something a bun on the top of your head. It's your plant. I love it. You look good with one of those buns.
I'm from Thailand.
You've got a Thai bun on the top of your head. That's so appropriate. Love it.
Yes,
well, Door Plant, I have to tell you, from my personal perspective, I loved the fact that you piqued my interest all the way through the track, as the record producers have said, that it didn't feel long, and it didn't feel long because there were so many little elements that were so exciting. And I will be playing that, whatever happens on this breakfast show, I will be playing that on my breakfast shows during the weeks to come. Right, let's move on to the next artist, please. So the next artist is called Venn, Venn. And the song is called Alehouse Tale.
To the greatest degree, getting that, get rich, get fucked and flee.
I know I can't do this song.
Well, that was Alehouse Tale, the name of the track, and the artist was Ven. So, a little bit about Ven. Where's that gone? And this is, one second. So, Ven are an alternative experimental folk rock band based in Bangkok in Thailand. Their music draws inspiration from around the world and keen on bringing new sounds to the table. They have released 2 full albums and currently working on their third. More like an insider secret here, apparently, about them. Although they play a lot of traditional instruments, taipin or the classical mandolin, for example, sometimes we have no idea what we're doing. And most of the time we learn as we go. Talking about experimental music again, of course, as long as it sounds great. Now, I have to say, I recognised in there, I don't know if right at the start, it was, I don't know if it's the Cluey or the Sallow, or is it is it Sueng, the teak kind of sitar type, guitar-y type instrument that is a Thai instrument. Anyway, fab sounds in there. Roy Hay, would you like to go first, please?
Well, that was absolutely bonkers, wasn't it? I mean, a really good selection of stuff today. Not what I was expecting at all. Um, Go Ven. I mean, that was something else, man. Um, I had a sort of there was a moment I thought I was listening to like early Stranglers. There was sort of something in there, right?
Yeah.
Then in the middle, it sounded like the guy was trying to do Steve Gadd's solo from Asia in the middle of it, and it was yeah. And but I was enjoying the different scales they were using and the instrumentation. I they're worth investigating, I think, Ven. Yeah, definitely. There's interesting. I mean, they're sort of the Thai equivalent of Radiohead, maybe.
Lovely. Thank you very much for that, Roy Hay. Uh,
Okay.
Phil Brown, what did you make of that kind of continual chant? That
Yeah, I was just thinking, the 3 we've heard already have been so good. There are certain days where I could have this on a loop and have it on for hours. There was something, fantastically hypnotic about it. Yeah, I mean, you can be nitpicky. I would like to have had the voice a bit louder at times so I could hear exactly what he was saying. But I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really, another unusual track. But
yeah,
but best on a loop.
absolutely. There was something very hypnotic. And as you all know, I love throbbing type of music. Steve Lillywhite.
Yeah, well, it's a good drone song, isn't it? And
Yeah.
and actually, Roy, I was thinking, what is he? He's sneering. He's sneering like Hugh Cornwell sneers, which is great. Did very well. I thought the sound was close to being great, and I know I used to do this thing back in the day when I would. Because the tom-toms sounded really good, but every time he hit the cymbals, because of the way the drum sound was, the cymbals were too sort of were not in the right perspective. So I would have actually tried to get him to record the cymbals separate. So then you'd have more choice on how to balance the sound of the cymbals, because the cymbals were a little bit whooshy, and but that was because of the way the drums were mic'd up, which was great. But there was again, what a fantastic groove. But it was its own unique groove, and yeah, again, a great band. Something that you'd want to listen to again. You can't go wrong with that. Well done,
Thank
Ven.
yeah.
Go Ven, as Roy Hayes' hat will say in the future.
Thank you very much for that, Steve Lillywhite. Steve James.
Oh, that was extremely interesting, wasn't it? I loved it. As Phil said, the vocal, I would have loved to have heard a bit more of what he was saying, if I'm going to be very picky. But the one thing I will say, it's so good to hear people playing instruments and that they didn't drag out the drum machine. That was nicely played, and it was good to hear that. Even the thickness of the sound, it was good. I really enjoyed it. I'd like to hear it again myself. I think the mix could have been a little better, but I'm being picky, but I thought it was really fresh. I want to hear that again as well. And as I said, it's so good to hear people actually playing the instruments.
Exactly. But this is the thing, chaps. All of you are record producers. And so your take on these mixes is actually really important. And most of you on here are still producing tracks for artists as well. So I ought to just mention to the artists too, if you would like to have, one of the record producers maybe even give you advice or to produce your music for you, then please do get in touch with me and I'll put you in front of the right record producer. Now, who are we going to have next here? Oh, Luke Mornay.
Yeah, I really loved it. It felt like it reminded me of the Welsh hip hop band Goldie Looking Chain. Goldie Looking Chain from the 2000s. That a really nice hit, and I love the nonchalance on that. Going along with the same hook.
Yes.
It was relentless, and yeah, really. The way they built it was really smart, because it was the same over and over again, and it was not boring at all, which was a nice thing, So frankly, I really loved it, really enjoyed it, and I think I will listen to it again.
Thank you very much for that, Luke Mornay. Nonchalance, well, that's a great way of describing it. In as much as it was quite loose on the vocal bit, and yet it was also cleverly put together as well. I loved the use of cultural instruments that are identifiable to Southeast Asia. I absolutely love that. Go Ven from newdawn.fm.
I'm waiting for the t-shirt.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's move on to the next artist we have here. The next artist is called Mind Freak, and the track is called Have You Ever?
The street so carelessly, one misstep you might fall. That's not all. Walking down the path in danger, right, you end up being gone. So gone, so low. Lonely times and lonely sights. It's easier to lie, 'cause have you ever wondered why the sea never cried for you when you say your dreams? Sun is rising high, but all I see are
That is Mind Freak and Have You Ever? And Mind Freak are an independent artist hailing from Thailand and making waves, or rather, it says she is making waves with her captivating blend of synth pop, indie pop, and city pop. And yeah, there we go. So, who would like to go first on this one, please? Steve James?
Yeah, it was okay. I found it a bit bland, to be honest. I found the drum machine a bit. There we go. Here's the drum machine. A bit too loud, and it lacked a bit of. It needed a bit more syncopation. I've written down here a bit more of a Latin vibe would have been good to just give it a bit more pizzazz, a bit more, it was okay. I just found it a little bland, I'm afraid, and too many synths, I thought. I got a bit confused by a lot of the parts that were going on in the background. She's got a nice voice that needed to be up a bit, I thought, as well. Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Steve James. Steve Lillywhite, we're drinking the same drink. Yay! We're staying super healthy and fit.
Oh, algae.
AG1.
Yes. Yes.
Steve Lillywhite.
Me.
Yes, please. What was your take on Mind Freak?
It was the first of the songs that we've heard from Thailand that doesn't have that USP. It didn't have a unique thing about it that made me go, I want to hear it again. You know, the other three all had things that made us inquisitive about it. This, I think, laid its heart on its sleeve straight there. It's a straight pop song. Probably not as I mean, she has a nice voice, there's no question about that, but maybe the song was not, I mean, like an album track. It didn't grab me. It didn't make me, it didn't draw me in and want me to be in her world. All the other bands made me want to be in their world. Their world sounded interesting and mystical. The world this record lives in is in a sort of something that we all know, and it's probably not as good as the great versions of these sort of songs. So yeah, not for me, but pretty good still.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Steve Lillywhite. I suppose the retro vibe is the thing that seems to be happening at the moment. Luc Mornay.
Yeah, actually, I loved it. It sounded like freedom to me, in a way that it reminded me of the raw band from the 80s. This kind of vibes. No pressure, no need to compete to anything. You're just going along with the vibe, and that's what I really loved about that record. It was not, she was going along. It was nice built. The sounds, the harmonies were great. Probably the voice could have been a bit louder in the mix.
Okay.
But it felt good. It's something I see myself listening, playing in the background, a nice vibe, putting you in a nice vibe,
Okay, thank you very much.
So
it
sounded like freedom to me. For me, that's the word that came to me, freedom. No, because right now in the music, you really have to be structured, keep the attention, etc. She was just doing our thing. So this is what I loved about that record.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Luc Mornay. Phill Brown.
Yeah, well, it was very predictable. When it started, I kind of immediately knew what the song was going to be like. Unfortunately, it wasn't like the classic tracks that this represents that were done in Memphis or something with great musicians. I found that the drum programming and the sound of it not that enjoyable. But I did like her voice. Has been said, if the vocals up a little bit, that would have been good. But it was very predictable, fairly safe.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Phill Brown. Roy Hay.
I wonder, Mind Freak it's a brave name for a girl to put out there, isn't it? Mind Freak. I like that. It's a strong, brave choice. It sounded to me like an LM2, which is an old Lindrum, with someone playing a Prophet 5 on top of it live. It was very interesting. And Yeah, it sounded like a 1980s demo with Sabrina Carpenter singing on top of it to me. It was very interesting. I don't know if that was done on purpose or if that's all they could do. It's interesting. It sounded like she was trying to make a Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter vibe with a soft vocal and the synths and the driving beat. But the choices of the instrumentation were very, very, very retro. And
Yeah,
who said there were too many synth parts? Steve did, right? Yeah,
James. Yeah.
I agree with that. They were sort of cluttering each other, and there wasn't much distinction between them, and it was all a bit messy. But she had a vibe. She definitely had a vibe. Yeah.
Which is, of course,
Miss
what Luke was saying. Yeah.
Miss Mind Freak.
Yes. Okay. Well, thank you very much for that, Roy Hay. Right, let's move on to the next artist. We've all spoken on that track, I think, haven't we?
Can we not talk about to Steve James about Teletubbies?
No, not right now. Not during this show. No, we can do that later. Okay. No, I just oops, what have we got here? Something's exploded in size, which is not what we want right now. Oops. So let's just see if we can get this to open up again. Right. So what I wanted to say, this next bit is, as you know, we, as in newdawn.fm, we partnered with the Axion Festival that is held in Bali for these Southeast Asian shows. Axion's sister festival is called Bangkok Music City, and this is a larger showcase festival it's drawing crowds from around 10,000 people with over 80 bands from Thailand and across Asia over that weekend. And the next one will be over the weekend of the 24th and 25th of January 2026. It is it's in central Bangkok in the Chariam Krung Creative District by the Chao Phraya River. And there will be more details available as well on www.bangkokmusiccity.com. And in fact, we will ensure that there is a link put up to this video and on newdawn.fm. So the next artist that we have coming up is called Mr. Misfortune. And the track is called Dr. Dancing.
1, 2, 3, 4. People living busy, sleeping in out every British shooting through the entire life. You're still a shine. Plenty of days you can spend it your way till you die. Anything you can try. Yeah, 1, 2. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, da, 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 ba, da, da, ba, ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, da, 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 ba, da, da, ba, ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, da, 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 ba, da, da, ba, ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, da, 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 ba, da, da, ba, 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 oh, yeah.
That is Mr. Misfortune and Mr. Misfortune with their track Dr. Dancing. Now, they are not your typical young garage band. They're based in Bangkok and they defy any musical definition. This trio of teenagers, Thai teenagers, is hard to label, and trying to define their sound would be as easy as describing punk rock to a pigeon, apparently. So the band are 17 years old, where that single that you've just heard there, they're 17 years old having made that, and it features a Thai Morlam section. It was mixed in the UK by Dan Turner of Cradle of Filth and the Cardigans. And my team, the A&R team that we have working in Southeast Asia, discovered Mr. Misfortune at Bangkok Music City last year, or this year, I should say, 2025. And there we go. Now, the sound reminded me somewhat there of the Snuts. Who'd like to go first on these? Steve Lillywhite?
Always. Well, we're back to the ones that this is like the first three we had, you know, and it was great. It was very interesting. You know, you didn't know what was coming next, and I mean, my one thought was that the vocals sometimes were not in the pocket, as we would say, with the music. It didn't sit well. It's like the singer wanted to go faster than the rhythm section, you know. But that's a small thing. It was good. It wasn't incredibly. I'm trying to remember it right now, and I couldn't sing one little section of it. But it didn't. That I'm not sure whether that's a bad thing. It certainly made me think that, I mean, for their age, that's incredible. You know, 17 years old to do something like that. Very well done, very free, very open in their creativity. You know, and that's what you want. You want people to be free and open and be creative. And from that, something great might come out. But, you know, something not so great might come out. But it's never safe. And that's a great thing.
Brave too. I have to say that vocal really did remind me of the Snuts, who've done very well. Thank you for that, Steve Lillywhite. Phill Brown.
Yeah, well, great energy. It's some really good playing. Yeah, it's something again like I've not really heard before. I have no idea what the song was about. I couldn't really get enough of the lyrics. To really work that out, but I did enjoy it. I mean, strangely, it's not really, I would say, not really my kind of thing, but I just found the way it was put together, the play and the energy was most enjoyable.
And the odd freedom in it. Roy Hay.
Yeah, the bass player was having fun, wasn't he? He was trying to keep up with the guitar player with his mad eighth note scales and everything. It was a lot of fun. It actually reminded me of there was something mad about it. Was sort of like the Thai chili peppers and something about it that they were sort of going off. And then the whole halftime thing at the end really confused me. And I was not expecting that at all. And they were sort of trying to go to reggae, but they couldn't quite make it go that. You know, it was very interesting. I mean, for 17, it's very, very advanced and experimental. And you know, there's something in the water down there, isn't there? They're definitely not doing as Steve said, they're not doing intro, verse, chorus, bridge, B section. You know, they're pretty out there with their arrangements and stuff. You know, you really don't know what's coming next. Well done, Thailand.
Absolutely. Thank you for that, Roy Hay. Luke Mornay.
Yeah, it was really good. The only thing I didn't like at all was the drum sound. It felt like it came from, let's say, some sort of hard rock bands, you know, this kind of stuff, but with really tiny kicks and snare sound. It would have been fun to listen to this with some Steve Lillywhite's kind of drum sounds, you know, to bring some really big wall of sound, because the idea is everything was so everything is interesting in that they're really talented for 17, you know, people older than that.
Don't manage it, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, everything for me, everything's good there. But just the drum sound didn't work for me at all. So that's the only thing. You know?
Thank you very much for that, Luke Mornay. Well, let's go to our drum specialist, Steve James, as in drummer. Steve James.
Well, first of all, I thought I'd written down here "mad" with exclamation. That was quite mad, really. I thought fun, made me smile, which is always. I'd love to see them live. I'm sure they look. I'm sure that it's quite a show they put on. For 17, incredible. They do love their time changes in Thailand, don't they? I know that's the third or fourth one.
I loved the whole genre change.
Yeah, I did too. I agree with Steve Lillywhite about the timing of the vocals. They were rushing against what was going on, so that sort of didn't sit with everything that was going on. But as I've written here, I'd love to see them live. I thought that was excellent, and I agree with Luke. I thought the drum sound was a bit metal, a bit picky. Particularly the double bass drum thing at the end. That didn't need to be pointed out quite so much, but well done again. Fantastic. 17, incredible. And as I said, I'd love to see them see it live.
Indeed.
Well
Thank
done.
you very much for that, Steve James. So that was Mr. Misfortune with Dr. Dancing. Now, the next artist we have is Common People Like Me. I can only assume they love Pulp or Jarvis Cocker or something like that. And the track is called Sun. Let's hear this.
Still for the life and
Okay, well, that was Common People Like Me, and the track was called Sun, and a couple of us put our sunglasses on. And sunglasses on in this show means it's a track that didn't strike us as particularly enjoyable. So, Common People Like You, the song was Sun, and Common People Like You are a post-punk indie band originating from Chiang Mai, Thailand. They are four easygoing, mushrooms, hey, who wrote short, punchy pop rock tunes based on existence with social and political commentary. Okay, Phill Brown, would you like to go first on that one, please?
Well, they don't sound like fun guys to me. That was quite a dirge. When it started out, I thought it was a bit of a demo, and I also thought at some point it would suddenly kick into being a proper track. But no, I found it really too long and very depressing. Sorry.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Phill Brown. Luke Mornay.
Yeah, it felt at some point felt I didn't go anywhere, even though let's say some bits were interesting, the progressions were interesting, but at some point it felt I didn't go anywhere. So that's why I put my sunglasses on, And also so many things were wrong about the mix, it was too low. The drums were too repetitive, So too many things wrong for that on that record. So they really need to. The idea is not that bad, but they really need to work on that track, properly.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Luke Mornay. Steve James.
Strangely, I didn't mind it. What really lets it down is the mix and the mastering was just not there at all, which is a shame. But I can hear what they're trying to do. I love the progressions. I thought I like that. I like the way the chorus lifted. I thought it was okay, but the mix really lets it down. And I see where they're trying to go with it, but they need to just work on it a bit more. I didn't put my glasses on because bits of it, I went, yeah, that's got something, but not quite. But I see where they're trying to go with it, but yeah, it needs work. Let's put it that way.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Steve James. Steve Lillywhite.
Well, I didn't mind it either. I didn't think it was the best song we've had, but I thought I was interested in listening to it. I think it let itself down a little bit by the sound and the sonic quality. I think they probably didn't have a lot of money to record, and it probably shows. But you'd probably see them live, and there may be an element in them when you see them play that hasn't been captured on this recording. So for that, yeah. Well done, boys. Well done. Common People Like Me. That's an interesting name for a band. Or is it Common People Like You? What is it, Dawn?
It is
Like
Common People Like Me.
Common People Like Me.
Or is it Common People Like Me?
That's good.
Where's the emphasis?
Common
Common
people like me.
People like me.
Exactly. Roy Hay. Thank you, Steve Lillywhite. Roy Hay.
Took me back to like 1977, sort of early punky sort of vibe. Richard Helen of Voidoid, something like that. It reminded me of. It was an interesting sort of chromatic guitar playing on purpose and sort of purposely making you feel a bit on edge. There was definitely that sort of energy that I probably wouldn't play like now. But may have when I was 17, so yeah, it's something I've heard before. It's kind of great there's people out there still doing it.
They're not 17.
Oh, well, if they're not 17, it's kind of sad. But I don't know. It's definitely something I've heard before, and definitely not as interesting and as musically interesting or song-wise or sonically as interesting as the surprising stuff that I've heard earlier. Actually, surprisingly good stuff. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Thank you. Thanks very much for that, Roy Hay. Has everybody spoken on Common People Like Me? I believe
You
so.
haven't.
Well, no, I know. Okay, so in its current form, will I be playing it? Probably not, if I'm honest. I will listen to it again. But
You won on the glasses, though. You won the glasses contest.
yeah, I don't feel that it is a track that there's enough about really to capture the imagination in the way that it's put together currently of listeners. And one thing, and this is the thing I would like to impress on all artists, is that when you put forward a piece of music when you submit music to any radio station, we have to think at radio stations, it's our business. And so what we have to think of is, will listeners continue to listen to this, or will they turn off and go to another channel? And so it's really important that it is always music that keeps listeners wanting to listen. And I didn't feel that actually did that strongly enough. Not for my personal taste anyway, not in its current form. As most of the producers here have said, it does need some work. Okay, so let's move on, and we got some things going on the side here. I think so. Right, let's move on. But actually, let me just tell you a little bit more as well, a bit more information about Bangkok Music City. It is a city centre-based festival with 8 stages in and around the historic Grand Postal Office this year, including a stage by the Cheo Phraya River, a rooftop helipad stage overlooking the river, and smaller indoor and outdoor stages for newer acts as well. The festival, unlike festivals in other parts of the world, is free to enter, which is a real wow. But you must register in advance via www.thaiticketmajor.com/concert/Bangkok Music City 2026. Now, what we'll do again, we will attach that link onto the website. There is a priority lane pass for only 350 Thai baht as well. So be quick, as those tickets do sell fast. But it is still free to go to if you don't want one of the priority tickets. I will be making all attempts to make sure that I'm there for the end of January. Anyway, let's move on to the next artist we have. The next artist is called Slot Machine. And Steve Lillywhite, I do believe that you know of Slot Machine.
I do. I had a wonderful time with them. Very near where Barry Upton lives, actually, in Pattaya. I did some recording with them, and we did a great record. An
album.
They're very good. Lovely band, and can't wait to hear what they've been up to.
Let's hear what they've been up to. The song is called Walk the Earth. Oops, let's find them here. Here we go.
they're just artificial. It's more than love, it's dangerous, it's superstitious. The kind of stuff that mess you up, but I've made my decision. You hide up in the sky, but you can count on me, 'cause you know I'm your guy. And when it all comes out, no, I'm not gonna lie. No, I'm not gonna lie. I love it when you visit me in the night. You got me burning up in the cool moonlight. I know I got humanity on my side, but they'll leave me in the dust. So let me see you walk the earth. I feel so alive, stuck inside your cosmic eyes. Tell me you won't leave me behind.
Oh, there we go. That was Slot Machine with Walk the Earth. And Slot Machine formed in 2004, and they stand tall as one of Thailand's premier alternative bands, seamlessly merging modern sound design with a distinctive Thai identity. They're renowned for their captivating live shows, and Slot Machine has wowed crowds in Thailand and all around the world. From Tokyo, well, I'm in Japan, as you all know, to Mexico, London to Taiwan. And Slot Machine had 2 songs featured on a TV series, Shine, which was set against the backdrop of Bangkok in 1969, in the series, obviously, not in real terms. I've just been looking up here. They've had 1.2 billion views, 60 million streams of, so that's YouTube, the 1.2 billion views, 60 million streams on other music platforms, and 2.5 million followers on all the usual, the Instagrams and Facebooks and things like that. Okay. Now, I think, Steve Lillywhite, since you have produced this band in the past, I think you should go first on this, please.
Yeah, well, it's great to hear them. It's funny. His vocal range is really very wide, very high. And I was waiting. I was going, well, he hasn't done his thing yet. And then, of course, when it came to the sort of chorus, maybe, I don't know, it was great. It was great to hear him. His English accent, I think, has improved a lot. I think sometimes when people sing in English, you have to get the accent right, because it doesn't sound believable to us. They don't understand. They need coaching, and I think he's learnt his English very well. And well done. I enjoyed hearing that. It was catchy, and it was good sounding, very good sounding. Well done, boys. Well done indeed.
I loved his close up to the mic, breathy vocal.
Yeah.
Rather sexy.
That was also he has all the ranges. Very, very good.
Yeah. Thank you very much for that, Steve Lillywhite. Steve James.
Yeah, it was okay. It's very. Is it Paolo Nutini? Is that Scottish guy that he's got that massive range? That reminded me of him. It was well put together, nice production. I'm not sure about the song particularly. Can't argue with the figures, can you? Really? I mean, they're obviously got a massive audience, so it's not as if they're starting out. So they've obviously hit the mark. But yeah, it was okay. It's something I wouldn't actually listen to personally.
Okay.
Well,
that's absolutely fine. Yes, indeed, they do qualify to be revival chart artists as well. So we'll make sure that can go up for votes. Phill Brown.
Yeah, I mean, not a lot to dislike. I mean, it's really well put together. Bass drum was slightly too loud for my personal taste, but it's a very minor thing. The track, I mean, it isn't something that I probably want to listen to a lot, but it was really well put together. Really enjoyed the vocals. So, yeah. No
Do you know,
complaints.
Phill and I, every now and again, we have this thing, don't we, Phill, where I'll really like something, Phill not too keen, and then as he hears it a little bit more each morning with my shows, he suddenly says, he'll message me and he'll say, Dawn, send it over to me, I want to put it in my show. I love it now.
Yeah, it's true. Tracks do grow on me.
Absolutely. Well, that's the beauty of music, isn't it? And of course, repetition as well. Thank you very much for that, Phill Brown. And Luc Mornay.
Yeah, it was good. The only thing I felt, the track was relying too much on the hook, and the song was not worked well enough. That's how it felt. The production was great. The singer was awesome. Everything was great, but I think it was relying too much on the main hook, of the track, and which was a pity. But overall, it's great. You can't fault that, but could have been better.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Luc Mornay. Roy Hay.
Yeah, very good numbers, obviously. That's what bringing in a Steve Lillywhite will do for a band like that, you see. By far the most polished thing we've heard. I mean, that could have been Muse, it could have been The Killers. It had that sonic spread. It was very well put together, very professional. Loved his voice. I don't think it mattered about the song. I think it's probably their sound. I mean, I haven't been exposed to them enough, but I do love their sound. I mean, I could see them playing at Coachella and Glasgow and doing very well around the world. I mean, they sound like a real valid sort of current sound. They obviously are doing well. So, I'll sign them.
Well, absolutely. Thank you very much, Roy Hay. Well, the thing is that's the purpose of this show, that we do introduce these bands and artists to the rest of the world. And, so now they will be heard across America. They will be heard all across Europe and the rest of Southeast Asia and so on. So I actually did like them, and I will play that on my breakfast shows, and we'll see whether or not that does any convincing, Phill. Okay, let's move on to the next artist. So that was Slot Machine with Walk the Earth. So the next artist is Kiki, and the track is called Baby.
I can feel your body, a daydream.
You know, the first thing I thought there? Baked beans, I want you. And I thought, great track for Sync. That is Sync for an advert. Perfection. Anyway, that song there is from Kiki and it's called Baby. Kiki is a Bangkok-based band formed in 2021 under Parinam Music, blending alternative rock, pop, funk, dance, groovy bass lines, colourful synths, hip-hop and lo-fi elements. Their unique sound has earned them strong acclaim, top playlist features and growing attention from both local and international media. We want to let everybody know, they say, that our band really wants to tour in South America. We have so many fans from Brazil, Mexico, Central America and across South America. We hope it will come true someday. Well, they will be able to hear you and we'll see from there. Okay, who'd like to go first on this one? Phill Brown?
I can go first, sure. Well, it's another track that's, it's well put together. There's some tight sounds. Bit of painting by numbers for me slightly. But I can hear, in a club, this would obviously could go on for hours. It would be great. I can hear it on the radio. But for me personally, it didn't really do a lot for me. I quite liked her voice, but it would have been nice to have heard it not double tracked all the time, just to know what her real voice is like. But yeah, it's okay. I've kind of heard it all before.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Phill Brown. Steve Lillywhite.
Yeah, well, the description that you said bears no resemblance to the record we heard.
I didn't make it up. I just read it. They'd written it.
I'm not saying anything about you, Dawn. I'm saying about the description you read. So it's a little confusing. It's it to me sounded like a Stock Aitken and Waterman type pop song, and it was, those sort of things are good. I would bow down to Luke Mornay's club instincts when I say that maybe the mix isn't as visceral enough. It's not so dancey, I mean, because really the song is of a, do you want to get up and dance to this song? And I'm not sure whether the version it's in is the right version that would make you get up and dance in a club, because it's too fast. It's too many things going on. You need more space in the sound for it to sound really good on a huge stereo system that these clubs have. That's what dance music is all about, the space in the sound, because it makes it sound so good in the club. And yeah, but it was okay. I was a bit confused by the description because it does not sound like a band.
No, it didn't.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Steve Lillywhite. And in fact, since you just mentioned about club versions and so on, let's move on to Luke Mornay, who in fact does specialise in that sort of music. Luke Mornay.
Yeah, like Steve said, it was a lot of things going on in the track, It was kind of confusing at times, and also the structure was unpredictable, and some parts were really used and reused without really grabbing interest. Even though, let's say, the core of the track was interesting, the progression was nice, felt kind of Daft Punk style, but then it needed to be a bit more lo-fi, actually, which have been great. So it was, it reminded me of a Mind Freak that we heard earlier, but I prefer Mind Freak, which was a bit more free, a bit more predictable, and the overall mood was more natural. The flow was more natural on that. This was a bit of a mess, if you have to put it like that.
Okay, thank you.
But interesting. All ideas are interesting, but it needs to be reworked, indeed.
Right. Okay. Thank you very much for that, Luke Mornay. Steve James.
Great guitar. Love the guitar. I actually really enjoyed the bass too. I thought that was lovely, but it's not a song for me. I mean, if I had to hear that lyric in the chorus once more, I'd go, man, it drove me mad. It's okay, but it's not a song. It's a groove with a sort of chanty thing over the top, which I'm sure everybody would be sipping their pina coladas in a disco somewhere. But yeah, not, it was okay. Well put together, not really a song. Good playing, lovely playing.
Thank you very
Thanks.
much for that, Steve James. Somebody was talking to me about a gin colada yesterday. Sounded interesting. God knows what that is. Roy Hay.
Yeah, I picked up on the guitar as well. I thought it could have been me playing on the guitar then with my little funky 80s chic thing that I used to do. It was good. Nice bass programming. Reminded me of Love Me, Love Me by the Cardigans. It had that sort of feel to it with a little bit more of a dancey track to it. Yeah, the hook wasn't great. If you're going to do that track, you've got to have the Daft Punk. You got to have Lucky on top of that, haven't you? Or something that really memorable. Just Baby doesn't quite do it. Baked Bean.
Baked bean, you see?
I like your baked bean reference. Yeah. I mean, I can hear it on the radio. I guess. I don't know. I mean, I sort of demand a little more from singers myself. I like singers who have a little more soul and passion in their vocal delivery. It was sort of nonchalant, but there's a place for that as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for that, Roy Hay. I think
right.
we've all spoken on Kiki now, haven't we? So let's move on to the next band that we have here. This is the Young Wolves, or the Young Wolf, sorry. The Young Wolf, and the song is called The King Is Back. Well, you can tell that they're Led Zeppelin fans, can't you? So that is The Young Wolf with The King is Back. Straight out of Bangkok, The Young Wolf are tearing through the scene, they say, with razor-sharp anthems and live shows that scorch the stage. Their electrifying Whole Lotta Love cover ripped through Instagram with over 7 million views and detonated on TikTok with another 2.7 million. So that is The Young Wolf with their song The King is Back. Roy Hay, would you like to go first on this one, please?
Yes, good sounding rock record, I think. Sounds like the boys can play. Probably up Phil Street more than mine, but it was kind of banging. No, I kind of enjoyed it. I mean, I've heard it before, you know, and but rock lives, man. I mean, these bands are still out there doing it, and you know, if you can break it in that circuit, my God, you've got a career forever. I mean, that's the thing about the rock market. You know, it's amazing, and no, it seemed well produced, sonically well mixed. I think the vocals were great. The musicianship was good. Yeah, we both, Steve and I both got a little thing. There was a drum fill at the end that we both went, ooh, it was like, "Ba-ta-ka, ba-ta-ka." We were like, oh, that was good. Yeah, nice.
Okay. Thank you very much indeed, Roy Hay. Phil Brown.
Yes, well, unnecessarily tricky in places, I think. Yeah, not really for me. I mean, you know, I love rock, and we've heard it kind of before. Although it was well put together and kind of well produced in some ways, it it felt very, you know, like a formula, and it just didn't have air and space around some of the sounds that would have made it more like a Zeppelin type track. So it was okay, but leaves me cold overall.
Okay. Thank you very much for
All right.
that, Phil Brown. Steve Lillywhite.
It was a little one-dimensional. It was the singer started at 10 and he carried on at 10. So, you know, sometimes you need a little light and shade and a little sexiness in it. It was very testosterone, and you know, this sort of music is great when you're out on a Friday night and you go and see a live band. I mean, I think they probably, you know, they're very tight. They play very well. They're great musicians, a great live band, I would think, a great live band. And if they look good, that's going to be fantastic.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Steve Lillywhite. Steve James.
He's got a great voice, no question. But everything, it was just too busy. The guitar riff was really, really busy. There was no space for him to sing between each line. I mean, it was just a continuous thing. I've written reverb down here. There was a lot of that going on as well. As you know, I'm a big fan. I thought the drum sound let it down a little bit clicky. It was okay, but just too much going on and not enough space, as everybody else has said. It needed to calm down a bit at times, you know, go down to maybe 8 and then he can go to 11, you know. But you know, it's all brutally full on all the time and too busy, in my opinion. It needed more space between the guitar riff and the vocal lines. They were arguing at times a lot, and they were playing across him too often. Yeah, it was okay. Good players, you can hear they're great players, and he's got a great voice, excellent voice.
Yes.
But Steve needs to just tone it down to 8 at times.
Or even 7. Let's go for the big 10 minutes when we want it. Okay, thank you very much for that, Steve James. Luc Mornay.
Yeah, that one was a kind of tricky with me because I was like, the singer is great, the musicians are great, the groove felt right, but then I was really annoyed by the whole thing, you know. and I was like, why is that, you know? And suddenly the guitar went off and the guy was solo with the drum and some bits of guitar. And I was like, okay, so maybe the production is all wrong because everything's good. I think they should try to reproduce the track more in the, let's say, the Red Hot Chili Peppers kind of things, you know, more space, you know, more rhythm, more groove, because the song, there's something in the song, but the wall of guitars was really annoying to me, you know. So maybe they just need to get back and try to chop the guitars a little bit and use the performance which is from the singer, which is great, and try to rethink the old track and try it. You never know.
Yes, indeed. Okay. Thank you very much for that, Luke
Some
Mornay.
good analysis there, Luke. Yeah.
Well, he's
Just dissecting the track, man.
he's good at that, I have to say.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to the next artist. So that was The Young Wolf, and we have 2 more to go, and then we get to the voting. And I'm just concerned we need to make sure that we have enough time to fit them all in. So the next artist we are going to be playing is called Paraciptation. That's P-A-R-A, Ciptation. All one word there.
Great name.
And
how do you spell that one? We know how Para's spelled, Dawn.
Siptation. Ciptation. And their track is called, maybe it's to do with sipping, Rum Rum. It's called, Rum Rum. Be a go-go dancer. I love that. That was Paraciptation with their song Rum Rum. Now, let's have a look here. What have we got here? The info on Para. There it is. Okay, Parasitation, song Rum Rum. Parasitation are a psychedelic blues rock band based in Chiang Mai, blending classic and contemporary sounds. They are aiming to expand their fan base both domestically and internationally. The band focuses on songs about nature and the impact of human actions. Gosh, well, could I stop dancing? No. Steve Lillywhite, what did you make of...
I didn't share your I thought it was okay. I lost interest halfway through. I thought the guitar, started off great. I loved the intro, that guitar, the slinky guitar sound. It didn't go anywhere for me. And I didn't think the singing was especially great. It didn't grab me, but it was okay. Yeah, I've heard. I think other songs today have grabbed me more, but it's been a high quality today, so I don't feel too bad. It was good.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Steve Lillywhite. Phill Brown.
Yeah, it was kind of classic 60s psychedelia for a lot of it, and I could see that in those kind of art movies of the 60s. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I mean, there are kind of things wrong with it, but I was just intrigued by it, and rather enjoyed it overall.
Thank you very much for that, Phill Brown. Roy Hay.
Yeah, no, I don't think anyone liked it as much as you, John. You were dancing away
I
there.
loved it.
Stop for the whole song. It really reminded me of the guitar riff of "So Tired of Waiting," the Kinks. That thing. It was good. Yeah, it had a vibe to it. Yet again, a little strangler-esque in places as well. It was had a sort of interesting sound to it. Yeah,
Fun
no,
lyrics.
there's some stuff going on in Thailand. I mean, there really is. I was not expecting such a diverse range of music, to be sure. Very bandy as well. I like that. I mean, there's no bands in around these days. It's nice to hear bands, man.
Thank you very much for that, Roy Hay. And Steve James.
Yeah, I've written Kinks down here. That's that line. I thought, they're going to play that song. No, but they didn't.
Yeah.
I love the vibe, I'll be honest. I just wish they hadn't distorted his vocal quite so much because I couldn't hear what he was saying and it was all a bit... But I enjoyed it, actually. The song structure was a tiny bit odd. And the organ at times was a bit overpowering, I thought. But it was interesting. I thought I enjoyed it, as I said. But to take some of the distortion off the vocal, I'd like to hear more. But good, really, as everybody said, what's going on in Thailand? Fantastic, really. And it is great to hear bands play. Be honest, it's nice to hear the mistakes. There's no good records without the odd wart. Never forget that.
Or thumbprint.
Exactly.
Indeed. Thank you very much for that, Steve James. And Luc Mornay.
Yeah, like Steve, I didn't share your enthusiasm on the track, as you know.
I loved it. So it'll get plenty of airplay. Ha!
Yeah. But that being said, the mood was great, and like Steve L said, the voice was a bit too, let's say, distorted in a way, so it was hard to grasp what he was saying. And for the rest, what I really enjoyed, then what Roy said, is the diversity on the music, the music scene, It's a lot of different vibes from different eras. And I feel that they still have room to live in those regions, which is fantastic, So this, I'm applauding that, but I didn't connect to the track. I'm really sorry on that.
Oh, okay. Well, don't worry. I'll be playing it plenty. You'll eventually connect to it.
Yeah, you'll love it by the end of the week.
You will. Absolutely.
No.
That was Parasitation with their song Rum Rum. Okay, we are now on to the final song and the final artist. This is Vivas, spelt V-V-A-S, all in capitals, Vivas. Or maybe it's Vavas, I don't know, but it's V-V-A-S. The song is called Nyctalopia, Nyctalopia. That is Vivas, and the song is called Nyctalopia. Vivas was a Bangkok-based alternative rock band under Paranam Music and spent a decade evolving from surf rock and dream pop to a post-punk driven sound. Our band used to make dream pop music under the name Wave and So, but during COVID-19, we stayed home for so long that we felt like switching things up and moving into post-punk. So we changed our name to Vivas. So it's basically short for Wave and So, just using double V's instead of a W. There we go. Okay, so Luke Mornay, would you like to go first, please?
Yeah, some interesting ideas, but I believe this track needs the three legends we have here to make it work.
Yeah.
Steve Lillywhite to bring the focus and direction, and either Steve James or Phill Brown to make a proper mix, because everything was kind of buried in a way that it was hard to connect to the track, even though something was there, but something was missing on that.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Luke Mornay. Steve James.
Well, the guitars, the bass, and the drums were all really, really cool. I thought nice parts and everything, but I couldn't hear the vocal at all. And it feels like he's almost shy about trying to express himself. Let's hear the vocal, because I couldn't hear it at all, to be honest. I mean, it's surrounded by lots of reverb and no expression. So it's a shame, because I liked everything else about the track. It felt good, nice guitar parts, as I said, but had no idea what was going on with the vocal. Sorry.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Steve James. Phill Brown.
Yeah, some nice parts, but some of the sound, it was all very dead for me. The track just didn't have the kind of life that I would like it to have. And vocally, yes, I mean, buried, and he also sounded bored with the job of singing.
Thank you.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Attitude, baby.
Thank you very much for that, Phill Brown. Luke Mornay.
No,
It's been.
Oh, sorry.
I did already.
Sorry, I've got stuff going on in front of my screen here. Roy Hay.
Yeah, no, it was quite an unexpected change in the verse. I wasn't expected the second chord. It was quite sure where that went. It was quite good. I agree about the vocal. It's not a business for shy people. If he's going to be shy on the vocal, yeah, he's probably standing with his back to the crowd. He's one of those. But I guess that didn't hurt Maynard in Tool, so you never know. We'll might see him grooving at the back. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Roy Hay. And Steve Lillywhite.
Yeah, well, as Steve James said, it was really good. The Johnny Marr type guitar. I mean, Johnny would be very proud of that quality of parts, which was great. But the singer had no personality, and the fact that you bury the voice actually gives it even less personality. If they push the voice, maybe the singer was a little shy or something like that, but they've been around a long time and they've changed their style. I think just turn the voice up and let us hear what the song's about, not just to hear the music. The vocal really should be at the front. And but as a band for playing, they played really well, and it was and very clever guitar parts.
Yeah.
I can't really tell you much about the song because I couldn't hear the song.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Steve Lillywhite. Right, now it is time. So, and Vivas with their track Nyctalopia. Do take heed of the advice from the record producers here. Now, Steve Lillywhite, let's start with you. We are now going to progress to the voting. Which has been your favourite track of today, please?
Okay, well, I will give a shout out to Ven and to Slot Machine, but I think I'm going to go for the wonderfully named Door Plant as my favourite song.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Steve Lillywhite. Phill Brown.
Yes, well, I was going to say exactly the same thing. Slot Machine and Ven, call out for them, but Door Plant has to be that one.
Really, Phil, you and me, we are so
In tune.
I'm feeling the love. It's great.
Thank you very much for that, Phill Brown. Roy Hay.
This is very bizarre, but I had Slot Machine just because it sounded so polished and was more current. But I really like Nasty Star on Door Plant as well. I love the oddness of it, and yeah, and Ven was good too. There was the first batch I think was you hit us with some good stuff up top. You did.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was our attention we was more into it, but no, the tracks up front were really good. I'm going with Nasty Star as well. Yeah, I
Okay.
love a bit of prog
Okay.
punk.
Thank you very much for that, Roy Hay. Steve James.
Yes, definitely a shout out to Ven, and a shout out to the very first track you played. I thought was great too.
Yeah, that was good as well. That was
Yeah.
good.
Young Looper, but Door Plant wins. That was definitely the one for me as well. We're all agreeing, which is good.
Okay,
But yeah,
well.
I really like the first track as well. I thought that was great.
Thank you very much for that. So this actually does mean that, Luke Mornay, now.
Yeah,
Please
obviously,
do
the-
give
It
us-
doesn't matter what you say, Luke. It
I know.
doesn't matter what you say.
And it doesn't matter what I say, but okay, Luke Mornay, please.
No, but it's good. Obviously, the Plant is fantastic, but I will go and support Van for, let's say, using the use of the instruments, the cultural
Oh, yeah.
instruments.
Yeah,
For that, so I will support them on that. And also for what I felt with Mind Freak, was not really supported here, but I love the freedom, the creative freedom on that, and what I felt listening to it, just for that. So
you like that?
Okay, well, thank you very much for that, Luke Mornay. So and I can say that, as you know, the one that I really was dancing around like a mad thing to was Rum Rum from Paraciptation. But, I love the Kinks as well. That whole vibe was just fabulous. But I have to say, all of the artists, you've all done extremely well. Well done. The chaps are giving you all a round of applause here. And I was just looking for something which do you think I can find it right now? No, obviously not. But what I was actually looking for was what I was going to say, just to finish off. We discovered bands like Misfortune, or Mr. Misfortune, Ven, Paraciptation, The Young Wolf, Door Plant, and so on at BMC 2025. And so if you like this type of music, then you should seriously consider coming over to Thailand for the Bangkok Music City 2026, which is on the 24th and 25th of January 2026. And you will find a link that we will put up on our website, and you'll be able to, and on everything that we put out there that is a replay of this show. So here we go. Congratulations to the winners. Door Plant, Nasty Star.